he ended up becoming a hero called Buzz at one point. He was literally a bee. Like instead of whipping, he literally had metallic wings on the back.
In the
and
is that like one of the in the Spider-Verse? Is that one of the other?
That is in one of the universes where he had to like hide his identity because everyone hated him.
Oh, that's a good time.
No, like the best part is the fact that he managed to convince everyone that Spider-Man was okay as Buzz. He was defending himself, but no one knew.
What? And that's called dramatic irony, and is one of my favorite types of irony in any story. I love that so much, especially when you have like the superhero guy that no one knows is a superhero, and then they do something really incredible. It's amazing.
Like the Incredible Hulk.
Yes, like in the scene in Thor Ragnarok, when we know that it is the Hulk who's going to jump out of that arena, and Thor has no clue. Like that's such a good.
I've never watched it. That's one of my
good scene.
Yeah. It'd be good.
All right. Answer those questions on a sheet of paper. I'm doing attendance now. Now that I'm focused on doing stuff, I'm definitely focused. You can tell, so focused.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Booker is our mascot.
Oh, so they said like.
He is, surprise, surprise, a boofer.
Oh wow, that's not neat.
I know. That is why I told you.
My favorite part about drawing is you just come up with it on the fly.
If you have a good visual imagination, which is awesome.
You could rate my drawings from 1 to it sucks. What would it be?
I'm not currently looking at that particular drawing.
So just like my drawings, I'm showing you.
I don't know. I like its style.
Thank you.
How much did you type?
I'm not exactly going for a generic style. I'm doing what my brother wants to do, which is the original.
Okay. Are we done now? We're done. We're done. Are you done now? How about now? How about?
No, we're not done.
How about now? Are you done now? You cannot tell. I am what is generally called impatient.
No, absolutely not.
Can I do I have to answer that question?
Yes,
Oh, geez, that was.
must answer.
Must answer. And done.
Do I look like a human?
You don't care.
Yes. Is that why you always wear a mask?
I mean.
Oh.
COVID is the reason I wear a mask.
I don't believe you. Oh, no, don't see my answer. Meet with it. She's just gonna look at Booker. Actually, he said favorite. I know.
See?
I finished Booker.
I think you can scream.
Wait, I don't know what you said. I don't know what word it was.
Okay, I just looked at somebody else.
Booker or
Right?
Young?
I think. But I-
Yours Booker.
All right, people. It's time. Boy, I gotta let these two people in. Come on in. Enter.
Who is it? Enter the
Who is
facility
it?
that never come out. Who is it?
I'm not telling you who they are. They must enter an anonymity. Anonymity.
Anonymity.
All right. The answers, my dear friends, are number one. Non-count.
Oh, yeah.
Non-count. Because you can have a lot of stuff to do, but you don't, work is like, you talk about it in bulk. I have work. I have items on my to-do list that make up my work. Work is a bulk thing. You don't do works.
Unless.
Number two, people is already a plural noun. And because it's a plural word and non-count nouns cannot be plural words, we know that this must be a count noun. It is count. Because you can count people.
I can count work.
All right, number three. A box. It's something that you can count because I already put a number in front of the box. There's one box, I can count it. I could also have 3 boxes. So that's
Wow,
happiness,
amazing.
on the other hand, is a concept.
Concept.
You either have happiness or you don't. You can
my
have,
answer.
and you can have more happiness than somebody else, but you cannot have multiple happinesses. So that is a non-count noun. Wood, much like sand or rice,
Don't tell me.
is non-count. Non-count. You can count branches, you can count pieces of wood, you can count boughs, but you cannot count wood when it's all stacked up in a neat little pile. You can go into the woods when you're using the word wood as in forest, but not as if you're gonna like stack it up and make firewood. That is a non-count noun. Non-count. So remember, count nouns are things that you can count. Non-count nouns are things that you cannot count. Things that we refer to in a collective. Some of them, some of these things, it's a little bit difficult to know which it should be. Sometimes you just kind of have to memorize that, hey, the word luggage doesn't get an S on the end of it. With some of them, you can just kind of hear it and be like, yeah, that don't sound right. All right, moving on to a couple of announcements and prayer and all that kind of business. First off, those of you who are here in person, if you have your paper copy of your Yahoo with you,
No.
you may take it out.
Oh, man, I forgot
I don't
to print it
have
out
a
last night.
And I have a stapler, do not worry.
Yes.
And then you put it here on this desk. Just whenever you have it ready in the next couple of minutes, you can get up and put it over here on this desk.
Oh, my sons.
All right. Also, remember to bring your grammar book to class. I realize that says Monday and Tuesday. But I realized in third hour that we don't have class on Monday. So next week, though, you need to bring your grammar book to class. We're gonna be talking about agreement. Don't put it down. If you're
It
ready.
won't bite.
If you're ready.
I won't.
Okay,
Oh man.
then
I forgot to.
you can just bring it the next time you're in person.
Closing my eyes. I forgot
Okay.
to print.
Also, there's no homework tonight unless you're one of the people who use one homework pass.
Huh?
Then your yak is due tonight. Did it not staple?
No, it's more like it's still a little too low.
Oh, it's a staple. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so I had a staple that used to be untenable. All right, so again, if you use only one homework pass, then it's due tonight by 11:59 p.m. Otherwise, there's no homework tonight. Woohoo! If you did,
Yeah.
yes, if you're a group B person who has not already brought your paper copy to Yak, then you will bring it on Tuesday. The day of tunes.
The Tuesday.
All right, any other questions, comments, concerns?
I have concerns about
Grumbly mumblies.
Grumbly mumbling. There, Booker's done.
All right, excellent.
Don't kill Booker.
We're gonna pray,
Yeah,
and then we shall move on to the rest of the grammar stuff in this class. Let's pray. God, thank you for this day, for this class. Help us as we learn today that we have clarity of mind and focus, and that we be able to understand what we're doing in your name. Amen. All right, so we've talked thus far in our grammar section about count and non-count nouns. Understanding the difference between count and non-count nouns is important so that you do not sound like a fool.
Me and
So, you can be a fool and still not sound like one. It's called tricking everyone else into believing you're smart. That's what we're learning
the
here.
trickster.
All right, so here's the thing. Some words just don't get made plural, and sometimes we think that they do, and we put S's on the end of them, et cetera, et cetera. That's why it's important to know the difference between count and non-count nouns. The other reason it's important is because of the adjectives that go with count and non-count nouns. So, we've already talked about the list of adjectives that go with count nouns and the list of adjectives that go with non-count nouns. Right now, what we're going to do is put them into practice a little bit. So if I were to look at this sentence, that branch has little or few leaves, and now I need to decide, do I use the word little or the word few? My first step here is I need to look at what is the word that adjective is describing. Well, the word little or few would be describing the word leaves, okay? Now I look at, all right, is the word leaves count or non-count? Well, helpful hint, leaves is a plural word. So that must make it a count noun automatically. And then I look at the different adjectives there and I go, which one of these is for count words and which one of these is for non-count words? So my correct answer here is that I need to use the word few to describe the leaves.
Yay.
Mateo was unfortunately correct. All right.
It is count.
Moving on to the next one that I want you to do. If you're here in person, shush, so the people online don't hear you. Okay, we have little or few time to work on this assignment. What is the answer there? Little or few? Online people, put your answer in the chat. I can see all of you respond to this question.
No. Already. I already know number 2.
Yes, respond, put your answer in the chat.
It's so cool.
Excellent, good work.
I'm scared.
All right, Dawn, what is the answer?
Little.
Yeah, that's correct, because time is a non-count noun. Next question. I rode the roller coaster many or much times. Is it many or much? Online people, put your answer down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In-person people, Angelica.
Many.
That is correct. But wait a second. Hold up.
It makes
Didn't we
sense.
say that the word time was non-count in the last question? So why on earth is it suddenly count in number
Many
3?
times.
What is the difference here between how come the last time it was non-count and this time it's count?
Because
Why?
Because it's multiple.
Sandra, why? What do you mean used differently?
Time is like. Yeah.
Again, in other words, time has different definitions. Wait, one word can have 2 definitions? What kind of a language is this? Homophobe.
No, it's British.
The English would be not.
It's British. For English traditional.
Yeah.
America.
All right, so here's the thing. And this is what gets crazy about our English language. Sometimes a word like time is count, and sometimes a word like time is not count. And it depends on which definition of the word you're using. So when we're using time to refer to the concept of time moving along, in that case, it's a non-count noun. It's a concept. But number 3, when you're using the word time to refer to experiences, and you could have gone 1 time or 2 times or 3 times, you can have multiple experiences, then you're looking at it as being a count noun. So you would indeed use the word many. Let's look at the next one. He has less or fewer money than her. Hold on. Put your answer down on the tab. In 5, 4, 3.
I got mine.
Ask me. Yeah, exactly. Less, because money is a non-count noun, like we talked about the other day. Next one. Okay, just calm down. Calm
Hold
yourself.
on.
I read much or many books last week. Much or many? Online people in 5, 4, 3,
I don't want to
2,
follow
1. Quit. Right, many, because it is a count noun. There's multiple books. Do we see? Yes.
Yes.
All right, here's the thing. As soon as we are done with this grammar unit, in like, I don't know, before we get to spring break, what is going to happen is we will be taking a quiz.
I don't like quizzes.
Quiz is a quiz.
Oh,
All right, here's what's going to happen in that quiz. When we're talking about count and non-count nouns, you will both have to be able to tell me if a word is count or non-count, like you did in the bell word. And as you did in this slide right now, you'll have to tell me which adjective goes with the noun. So the question is just like this. If within the bell word or this section, you really struggled, it was very difficult, then I would suggest reading through the section in chapter 2, somewhere near 2.12, like speech 35 or something, where it explains that difference, and then maybe rewatch the lecture from yesterday. If you still are like, yeah, this makes 0 sense at all, then come talk to me and I'll try to explain it in another way. All right, but just to let you know that quiz thing is coming up. For now, though, we are going to be moving on to pronouns. Oh, no. The exact response I was looking for. So here we go, pronouns. As we are all aware, pronouns are words that rename, or they take the place of a noun or another pronoun. For example, they can replace a subject with words like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Or they can replace an object with words like me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Or they can replace a possessive word like my, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, it's our, ours, their, theirs. They can do these types of things. Okay? So for example, you could say something like, I went to the store. Rather than using your own name and talking about yourself in third person,
That's cool.
it'd be weird.
Me went to the store. Me buy
Or you can say, I bought it. And it is replacing something else. Whatever I bought. Now, that thing is mine.
Who's she looking at? Uh-oh.
All right, so there we go. Pronouns. Pronouns also have wonderful things called antecedents.
Ooh,
What is an antecedent? I need all the online people to take a guess right now.
Something.
What is an antecedent? Take a guess. Don't Google it. No Google. I see you Googling. Shut that. Take a guess.
It's something that bites you.
All right. Keep in mind that if you are familiar with Latin or Greek, the definition of this word is literally in the word. And since I know all of you know Latin and Greek,
Ants. Have you ever heard of the stapler?
well, there's something I do not care about right now.
Okay, good.
I only care about antecedents. Ante means before. Seed, as in like proceed, means to go.
Before to go.
To go before.
Oh, that makes no sense.
And dent there is the part that makes it a noun. So, an antecedent is a thing that goes before. And if a pronoun takes the place of another noun, then an antecedent is the noun, the pronoun is removing from the sentence. So, here we go. A noun, antecedent is a word that the pronoun replaces. So, in the case of this sentence, Mr. Brown threw his garbage onto the floor. His is a pronoun replacing Mr. Brown. Or in the sentence, when Mrs. Brown saw the garbage drop, she picked it up and then handed it to him. She is a pronoun replacing Mrs. Brown. It is a pronoun replacing garbage. It is a pronoun replacing garbage. Him is a pronoun replacing Mr. Brown.
Garbage.
Or in this sentence, if the pronoun is there, the pronoun there is replacing what two antecedents? I'm talking to the, let's do in-person. Yes, look at you guys, online people, get the answer right. Let's go. Oh. What's the antecedent? Yeah. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Brown. So here we go. I met Miss Stevens at college. She was my roommate. Technically, that should be Mrs. John now, but whatever. Okay, so she is a pronoun replacing what antecedent? Online people, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mateo.
Miss Stevens.
That is correct. Next one. Chris Evans himself was at the grocery store. Ew.
Wow.
Himself
He's gross. Cat flop.
replaces what? Himself is a pronoun replacing what its antecedent?
How's Chris Evans know?
Angelica.
He's gross. Chris Evans.
That is correct.
He's gross.
He just apparently doesn't like Chris Evans.
Right.
I don't understand.
Okay, never mind.
Next, washing the dishes is my roommate's least favorite chore, but I don't mind it. Our pronoun there is it. What is the antecedent to that pronoun?
Oh,
Online people, you have that.
wait.
5, 4, 3,
Reach for the sky.
2,
Reach.
1. Ask me. Yes, washing the dishes is my antecedent there.
That's my
Washing the
least favorite thing
dishes.
to do. Except I have to do a lot
Sarah
of
and Daisha love traveling. Their favorite place is Rome. What is the antecedent of there? 5, 4, 3. Jazz hands will not save me now. 2, 1. That is correct, Nisha. It's Sarah and Daisha. Let's go. And finally, there is trash on the floor. Can you pick it up, please? Our pronoun is it. What is the antecedent?
Just can't see you. I can let you do it.
I feel like somehow you can see what's going on in this room. It is astounding.
I'm just gonna pretend I'm playing the tambourine.
All right. Xander, what's the answer? Yeah, that's right. Just like me.
Hello?
All right, not really. All right, those are pronouns and antecedents. We need to understand what an antecedent is to a pronoun because it's going to be vital in studying what we're studying next week, which is pronoun antecedent agreement. The key is that pronouns have to agree with their antecedent.
Really?
In other words, you can't just say something like,
She is the wet friend.
Mateo likes to make art. She draws all the time.
I mean,
Because
two missionaries
doesn't
thought I was a
agree.
girl
with the subject, with the antecedent.
one time.
So you have to
He's so
agree in
scary.
person and in number. We'll talk more specifically about that next week, but one just to give you a hint. However, the other thing we have to understand before we can understand agreement, before we can begin studying that, is we need to understand our favorite thing, pronoun types. Now there are 6 different pronoun types. 6 of them. And I could right now, in the last however many minutes of class we have here, go through an excellent and energetic lecture on all 6 of those pronoun types. In which case, Mateo would probably fall asleep, which would be amusing in of itself. However, I figure we should try to do something slightly more entertaining for me. So, what we're going to be doing is a bit of a scavenger hunt in your book.
Oh.
I know, you heard scavenger hunt, yay, and then you heard book and went, no.
Oh.
I heard that. All right, no cheating, don't get your book out yet. I mean, have it near you, but don't like open it.
What?
Online people quit opening your books, stop that.
I was actually called.
Here's what you are going to do. You and a partner in crime will be. Seriously? Yeah. I would have been saying like all like bring your grammar book to class, bring your grammar book to class.
Yeah, don't worry, I didn't
Don't
either.
bring it.
I'm with this man.
All right, here's the thing. Here's what you're going to need to do.
No brain.
With your partner and your group, you guys are going to be finding the 6 different pronoun types. You need to write down the following things about them. You need to write down their definition and 2 example sentences that use that type of pronoun. So give me their name, their definition, and 2 example sentences. I would also recommend marking that group of pronouns in your book. This is a competition.
Well.
All right, now don't start yet. If you're online, you will need to be able to have one of your group members post to me the things that you found.
Oh, no, they have to have it.
Here is a rule. Online people, you may wish to take a picture of that or something. In-person people, I'll be giving you your groups in a second, but I need to be ready to hit.
What if I took the ones that have no book? You mean I was called a girl by 2 missionaries a long time ago. I was with my dad and 2 missionaries. I forgot the first name. Another one was named Vera. And they were like, hello, what's it? You went to that time? And then my dad was like, oh no, we have to go somewhere. They're like, oh, is this your daughter? And I was standing right there. I was about to cry.
Here we go.
That's so sad.
It's going to be, the groups are going to be the following. Don, Mateo,
Yeah!
working together.
Yes!
With this one. Here. Then it's going to be
queer. And dog.
Did you
And then the
cheating?
queer you shall also be a group.
The backward thing?
All right, here we go, everybody. On your marks. You should stick around so you can tell your group name. So don't tell your group name. On your marks. Get set. Go.
No. Kids, your book has to take what's on set.
What? I mean, 2:35. Drop down. Here we go. Gone. What? Hello? You need a red. Maria. Wait, you look. I look. Wrong and right. Tell me what it says. Hello. I looked at it from like it says notice. So then yeah, but that's not plural. Brittany and Joseph, welcome to Zero. It's Brittany. Joseph. Welcome there. Hold on. Everything looks so I'm sorry. Hello. Moses. All the 6 pronouns.
There you go.
Or singular.
You guys will deal with my Originally, I was gonna write on a piece of paper the definition. The type of definition of two examples. Where?
What's it in my type?
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
I don't know. Hold on. Just one.